So guys, one nation is up against Europe. Can they win? Hi guys, welcome to today's video. In today's video, we'll look at a scenario in which Russia and Europe go to war. I didn't count Kazakhstan, although I counted full countries that were partially in Europe. I didn't count Kazakhstan, because look at Kazakhstan. It's just more Asia looking than Europe looking. And well, where does Russia start? They have a big front they can start anywhere on, really. They could just be a start anywhere, so maybe they would start in a country that has a lot of pro-Russia. And they spearhead into Belarus, quickly getting to Minsk. Well, that worked well, with them moving into Ukraine from the south. And why is this not using the Russian invasion of Ukraine's borders? Because it doesn't. Except it does for the Donbass, but that's besides the point. And, well, quickly they move up into Ukraine. Well, now they go into Georgia. As they move in, they cut in too. And they approach the border of Turkey successfully. And then they go into Azerbaijan. And well, Azerbaijan is in a bit of trouble. Except its exclave, which Azerbaijan basically follows over. Well, then moving further into Belarus, the Russians quickly getting to Kaliningrad. With a swift fall of Belarus. But luckily for Europe, they're able to maintain some of the lands. But they forgot one thing. The Russian invasion in the south of this country. Which made it a very bad idea to do some of the things they did. As they move through. And quickly to Transnistria. Which basically just revolted. With Romania and Moldova working together to try to keep Moldova alive, it kind of fails. As Romania's invaded down their coast. As they move into Bulgaria, all forces start spewing in from the north. Yeah. And while a big spearhead is made here, towards the north, with them working hard to take out this region. And well, yeah, it went well for them. As they then take Kiev. And also keep in mind, this is not going off a different idea, theoretically, how it should go. But in reality, none of this would go the same way it does go in this video. With Finland getting invaded, but as we know, Finland can't be invaded. Yeah, as they move up from Kaliningrad and into the Baltics. Although they run into a bit of resistance in the Baltics. As they take out Estonia. And then they rush towards Riga, which they take. And then this pocket falls. With Vilnius long falling ago. With the islands being well secured by the blue team. And well, Ukraine is just two countries basically because it's split in two. And well, the invasion of Poland begins. And well, this is going bad for the blue. Advances. Only thing that happens is in Finland changes the tides of what's going on there. Why? Because they always do in mapping videos. And well, yeah. They kind of lead to the fall of Finland's occupation zone, which Finland continues its movement of forces as they wait for some allies to send forces, with them using them to hold this area. But the only problem is Russia's quickly headed towards to take the capital of Bulgaria, which they do. And then they take Romania's capital. But them moving into Serbia. Why aren't they widening this front that much? Because they are now. With them moving into this region, cutting Greece and Turkey apart. Yeah. With Bulgaria basically falling, and then the forces quickly getting to Macedonia's border and moving in. With them cutting Greece off. Yeah. And basically everything they're occupying is working as puppets. Now they're moving further into Turkey and threatening the capital of towards. But they forgot one thing. This is not a very wide area. Which leads to two major pushbacks. And seeing that this is narrow, they do this. And now a lot of these Russian forces soon find themselves forced to flee by boat as they head back to Russia. With them seeing that they need to decide to take out this pocket, which is probably strategically better. With Russia in a bad situation, as Turkey is now starting to send forces into the Georgian occupation by Russia. And well, they also push Russia away from Istanbul, as them and Greece move north a bit. But Russia's strategic move back there has done a lot to help them advance into Poland, with them basically taking a big chunk of Romania and Ukraine. Why did they manage to take this? Because they could. With Russia having a big consolidated front mostly. Having two fronts actually, but one big one. And yeah, as they continue their move north. Their new move is to move all the way to Berlin, which if they can do, will be good. With them starting to try and take Warsaw, with them encircling it, but not going so well, so they continue without taking the city. Which, was this a good idea? No. Strategically, the value was nothing, because this just happens. Is there a value to this encirclement? No, so it basically gets taken out. And with Poland and Germany using this momentum to push further. And well, Russia's being taught a lesson again. And this starts happening as an encirclement is narrowing. Most of these forces just flee without taking anything with them. And 90% of them escape. With them being forced all the way back to basically Moldova's border. And yeah, they're right here. With them moving into Moldova and into Ukraine. Ukraine is being mostly liberated. But Finland launches its second attack on Russia. As the winter nears, most of the people are freezing for some reason now. I don't know how that happened in this war. But then again, every house basically is destroyed probably. With Russia advancing further ahead than it did the first time. With them using the coast so they don't lose forces. And while they do this, again, they move into Bulgaria. and almost into Turkey, but they don't. They try to take out Bulgaria, but this winter ends early, which is not great for them. With them making a spearhead here, which allows them to push back most of the forces in their country to almost the Belarusian border. With this happening, with them basically fleeing by boat out. With them moving into Moldova. And while Ukraine's front continues to get wider. With Turkey deciding to try and head up the rest of the way to try and kick Russia completely out. They almost do. But their goal now is to make it so it's easier to take this, so they move up into this area towards this city, which is odd. They take the city, and they mostly occupy a lot of the Chechenian lands, which was made easy for some reason. This is not an easy region, but it's oil rich. So Russia's economy is not in a good spot, with Russia basically occupying the Eastern Bloc. And yeah, with Turkey on a mission, they move into Crimea and take Crimea over. And well, Ukraine gets it back. So well, Turkey continues its forces movement to help liberate Ukraine, which they move up in the south, with a lot of people cheering. With Moldova being liberated. And yeah, this is all that's liberated, which is a lot. With Germany taking the opportunity, along with Finland, Britain, to make landings around here. With French forces arriving later. With some French forces managing to land here. And well, yeah, they meet up with Polish forces, and well, quickly Poland is re-liberated along with the Baltics. With it being a prime opportunity to strike Russia. Which makes sense. This is into Russia. It goes very well. So well, actually, guys. And well, for some reason, they start making more advances as the Ukrainian forces advance north. With all of that help here, they manage to overtake Russia's forces. But it doesn't go as quick as they wanted it. As Russia sends a last-ditch attempt in. Yeah, they almost take everything back. Well, they attempt to, but unfortunately this wasn't using the best forces, so well, this kind of happened within a month of that advance. And well, they're kicked out of Belarus. And everybody is meeting to talk about a partition. With Russia declaring annexations of all what's occupied left. But unfortunately, this doesn't achieve anything as they are basically kicked out. And Ukraine starts an invasion, which they move north like this towards Moscow. With Finland and the Baltics worried about here. Quickly, Turkey moves its forces up. They meet and they move up. And then they meet the gates of Moscow, so they take advantage of this and take it. But unfortunately, the government quickly moved while this was about to happen to Vladivostok. And well, this quickly happens. And once Russia gets invaded, there's no turning back now. with them using the flat Great European Plain to open a big invasion. Yes, geography affects this. That's why everybody invades Russia so fast. And well, Europe basically continues until Russia agrees to peace. Which takes a while, because Russia doesn't like to surrender. And well, the front moving gets very fast. Until they reach the Ural Mountains, where peace is agreed upon. In Lithuania, Ukraine getting bigger, Belarus, Latvia, Lithuania, Finland, Georgia, and Azerbaijan getting bigger. There's a puppet state, Russian puppet state, and then over there it's an occupation zone, and over here maintains Russia. But not really that Russia. Really. Well, I don't know what would happen after this big of a loss. Maybe the most obvious thing would happen. Obviously, this is obvious to all of you. Germany takes Austria. And Lithuania takes Estonia takes Latvia. And well, obviously Bulgaria and Romania would unite. Just obviously. Greece and Turkey would obviously unite after this. And every formerly in Yugoslavia, along with Albania, would join it. With Hungary and Slovakia uniting. With Germany and Czechia. With France and Benelux uniting. Okay. I hope this part was a bit funny that I'm just uniting random places. With Belarus joining Poland along with Ukraine. Moldova and parts of Ukraine join Romania. Bulgaria. With Germany and France uniting. With this uniting. And then this joins it. And they call themselves the European Federation. I hope you like this video. Please like and subscribe. Why should you subscribe? We're at 186 subscribers. That's 64 away from where we want to be, guys, which is 100. So please like and subscribe, as you know you should. Subscribing makes the world great. So subscribe, like, share, and subscribe to this channel if we're trying to get to 250 rapidly to beat the 250 mark by April 1st. Yep, guys, we have till April 1st to hit 250. Well, we don't have to, but we should. That's my goal. So, continue trying to hit that for me. So subscribe, and more subscribe, and then subscribe. And also, subscriptions are free. And not many things are free no more, so you should subscribe. Free, subscribe. And also, it's your own choice if you subscribe. Yes, you can unsubscribe if I become bad at this channel, which I will never become. So, yeah. So subscribe. Please subscribe. That's all for today's video. Please like, subscribe, and comment. That's all for today's video. Wild Mapper